Hello techies. Welcome to our brand new video series focused on helping you get the most of your experiences in life. Before we start the video, let's know about Upptalk. Upptalk is a live, interactive platform for software training, furnishing robust personalities who could take on universal business platforms.
I have selected the field. But the value of that field, you want to get it from the foundation. For example, for the generic, I am creating legal entity as a field name. So I want the value of that field should come from the legal entity. So I will select as a generic object. But if I want the value of the field should come from the foundation, then I will select the foundation also. So for foundation, where the value it is maintained. It is maintained in manage object structure. Right. All the record values are maintained in manage object structure. For foundation. For MDA for generic, where it is maintained. It is maintained in. Where it is maintained, manage data. Right. Manage data only. It is maintained. Right for all the legal entities. Business unit. Right. So in that case we will be going and selecting. You are creating a field. But you want the drop-down values of that field should come from the generic object. Okay. It should come from that particular. It should take the values from the business unit or it should take the values from the department. Then in that case we need to understand what is this business unit department. This is nothing but the generic object. MDF object. Right. So where is this MDF and generic object is? Defined actually. It is defined in the configure object definition. Correct. Yes. Correct. Similarly, when you are going and selecting foundation, where these values it has been defined. Actually it has been. It has been. The record is being created where in manage object structure. Correct. But where it is defined. It is defined it in XML. Correct. So when you are selecting that object also, we need to define the code. Okay, so when you go here into the details, you can see. You have an option here. To select. The foundation object. Or the generic object. So when you are selecting a foundation object, system also want to know the code from where this values will be coming. Okay. So if it is a foundation object, where is the foundation object define? It is defined in the XML. Okay, so when you want to get a value of a location, so you should have a code of that location, where the code where, from where the code will be coming from the XML. Similarly, if you are selecting here as a MDF, that is generic object. Now you are mapping the data type as a generic object. And you want to have the value of the generic object, then you also need to map the code. Valid value source, from which source the value is coming. Okay, then in that case we need to specify the code here. Okay, I will show you how we can able to go and create. Okay. That is about the generic object and the foundation object, which we were discussing in the data type. Okay. Got it. Yes, so there is no radio. Any other questions then? Sorry. There is no radio button. We usually have radio button. Radio button is not available, but radio button option is. Radio button option is not there in the data type. Okay. Okay. And coming to that, we have attachment also. So if we want to have, if you are creating a field and the field should have an attachment option. Okay, so when you create a field and when you see it in the front end, the field should have an option where somebody can able to go and attach a field. And then you can define that as the attachment for that particular. Okay, how that particular field will behave it. Okay. Okay. So this is about the data type which we were defining. And detail part. We have already seen that in the data type, whatever the data type which we are selecting, we also need to select the particular source, wherever it is required. Okay. That is also one thing. And another thing is, the field is mandatory or not. The visibility of the field. Okay, the length of the field. Okay, all these things we need to define here. And also, the label of the field also need to define. That is also one thing. Rules section we will come up when we will discuss about the business rule. What is the purpose of the rule? So this, I am pausing for a while. But other than that in the detail section, these are the important areas. Length of the field. Okay. And we are creating custom field, so we need to specify the name and everything. Okay. And the label of the field. Okay, data type. Okay, all these things is the important. Parameter of the field. So we need to specify the parameters which we need to look on when we are going and creating a field. Okay. That is one thing. Sequence of the field. You can see here. You can see the arrow here. OK. This arrow specifies the sequence of the field, how it will come in a sequence. Excellent code name. Description. Effective date. Same thing. It will be showing here also. The sequence. OK, if you want to have a different sequence. You can see sequence of the field. That can be also done with the help of this arrow. OK. Got it. Yes. OK. So, when you go into any field also, if you want to modify in the label the standard field, that is also possible. So if I am going here, and if you want to modify if I am going and modifying something, here, the standard one. So if I am taking something, for example, business area _ID. I am just adding something. OK. And I am clicking on done here. And for the name also. Let me go here. And for the name. Also I can able to go business area. Name and I can specify Dan. OK. And here. It is not a required field. And if I am selecting this also as a required,
Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us at sales@upptalk.com.